Let's get dangerous. Hey, everybody. How are you all tonight? Hey, Riolani. Hey, NASCAR Fast Cherry. Hey, Voodoo. Hey, who else was here? Hey, Top Hat Jack. Hey, Towdies. Yes. Jack is alive, yeah. Yeah, wake up. Wake up, Jacktherippa streaming. Hey, wake up. So, how have you all been? Oh, man. So, I completely forgot where I was going with this. And now that I look at it, I do remember they dumped a bunch of pictures in my Discord in the Building Inspirations tab. Specifically, Poncho Hamster did. As, you know, like mushroom-inspired things. And, like, I'll admit those were really cool. But, like, looking at this now, especially with as much progress as I've made on this, I really can't just, like, do that. Sorry, Poncho Hamster. Yeah, the Shroomite build, but, like, it'll have to just be a little more rigid looking. You know what I mean? I can't really afford to say fuck it and tear it down or anything. So, you know, it'll be alright. NASCAR, what are you going on about? Could you please stop? Are you spamming in my chat? NASCAR, seriously, stop. He's saying a movie script. Yeah, I kind of figured, but, like, I don't want him to be. Yeah, it's okay. Like, it's one thing if it's, like, pre-chat from the waiting room, because, you know, it's boring. But, like, no, don't actually just start spamming in the actual live chat. That's not cool. It's okay, though. Live and learn. Cars, yeah, that did sound familiar, but I don't know. I only saw Cars once, and then never again. It wasn't that good. It was cute, but it was, like, obviously not for me. Because I was, like, already in my teens. Hell, I was probably in my late teens by that time. So, like, Cars was just not something that really spoke to me. I just couldn't bring myself to care, you know? And, you know, that's how it is. You all got movies that are essential to your childhood, but if you were 10 years older, you'd probably not think a thing of them. Like, everybody's all hot on Tangled, Frozen, I don't know, whatever other big Disney Pixar films, and things of that nature from around that time period. But, like, if you're my age, that shit was way, you know, not aimed at you. It was aimed at a way younger audience. You wouldn't hardly care. Long time no see. Hey, Gontiera. I guess it has been a bit of a, I don't know. Greetings, fleshy mammals. Welcome, Bloopla. I love your name, Bloopla. It's so fun to say. Bloopla. It sounds like kapla, but with more of a bloop, a softer niceness to it, I guess. I don't know, it's hard to describe. Hey, Sam. You want to use commands to rename a sword the entire B-movie script. Actually, it's funny you mentioned B-movie. B-movie was the first time that I really noticed that childlike whimsy was beginning to leave me. That's around the time that I realized, oh shit, a movie very obviously aimed at children is not actually aimed at me anymore, because I am no longer officially, not just from an age perspective, but like from a mental perspective, I was not a child anymore by that point. Like, I was maybe hanging on to the bare last few strands of childishness. But by and large, I was like, God, when did B-Movie come out? What year was that? When did B-Movie come out? Oh, fucking hell. Google. 2007? Damn, it came out that late? I distinctly remember watching that in 2005. What? There is no way that movie came out in '07. Yeah, shit. That makes sense, because I turned 18 in 2007. So yeah, that was like the last little bits of childishness were the dying light of being a kid. Damn. Yeah, that makes sense. That's around the time that I realized I just can't get into kids' movies anymore. Because I wasn't a kid. You gotta go, good luck building. Okay, take care, Towdies. Thanks for showing up, man. You have a wonderful evening. I'll see you tomorrow. Good question? Nah, it wasn't that good of a question. But yes, it really did, like, I hated it. And I know that B-Movie is often seen as one of those so awful it's good kind of movies. But, like, I was just unable to enjoy it at all because I was just so, like, it wasn't going anywhere. And to be fair, that is part of the charm. It really isn't a movie that's going anywhere, and you know it. But, like, as a, yeah, I guess I was losing my teenagerdom, even. Yeah, as someone who is not even going to be a teen for very much longer. Because I would stop being a teen in 2009. Yeah, in 2009, I was not a teen anymore. I turned 20. So, like, yeah. It's really difficult to, like, get into shit that's not aimed at you in the slightest. It's magical, but also tragic. You don't think of it, but, yeah. That's life, you know? Okay, let me see if this works. Slabs. Let's do top. Yeah. Oh, shit. It's supposed to be smooth. There we go. Hey, now that's what I like seeing. Okay. So yeah, what's a movie some of you have? You were born in 2007. Holy shit, gone. I'm so sorry. I mean, you can't help being born when you're born, but god damn, dude. I was 17 going on 18 when that, or no. Wait, let me look that up again. Was that November? Did that say November? November 2nd, 2007. Holy fuck. I was already 18. I wasn't 17. I wasn't, like, barely still a child. I was, like, full-blown an adult from a legal perspective. Legally, I was an adult. I was not yet an adult. But, like, legally I was. I was already 18. I can't believe that. Holy hell. That is a wild, wild idea. Yeah, that's definitely a pivotal moment in my life without me ever even realizing it was a pivotal moment. Damn. So, like, some of you should be at least about that old. Maybe not Gontira, but, you know, some of you. So, like, what was that moment for you guys? Oh, hey, Bunny. Yeah, what was that moment for some of you guys where you realized, ah, shit, I can't enjoy this thing that is very clearly not aimed at me anymore? Watch Prometheus after my rant, and it turns out they made a Prometheus 2. Yes, they did, Bloopla. Prometheus 2 was even worse than Prometheus. And I know that's a hard idea to swallow. A hard pill to quaff, if you will. But yes, they made two Prometheuses. A Prometheus, if you will. Because the movie was shit. Get it? Feces. Prometheus. Tee-hee-hee. I'm just so clever, don't you know? So yeah. So yeah, what was that that pivotal moment for some of you guys that made you realize, ah, hell, this thing is no longer aimed at me, and it shows. I can feel it in my bones. This no longer works. I can't vibe to this any longer. January 07. Jesus Christ, dude. Do I live with my parents? Yeah, I know. I do. I really don't have a choice. But yeah, I'm still stuck in that right now. You stopped liking kiddie films early 8? Really? I loved kids films until until about I turned 18. But like I said, it's just because I couldn't get into them. I couldn't enjoy them. I would probably still watch them if I could enjoy them, but I just can't. That just isn't something I'm capable of enjoying anymore, I guess. I don't know, it's a very weird feeling. To be unable to enjoy something that I wouldn't have thought two thoughts of, yeah. Stopped liking kids' films a while ago. You're going to be honest, you haven't had that moment. Ah, really? Okay. Well, NASCAR, you're still young. I wouldn't worry about it. Don't rush it. It'll happen all on its own. And you may not enjoy it. You may not like that moment when it comes. Like, just be you. Don't worry about the rest of the world. You know, that'll all fall into place, all on its merry own. You don't need to force it, trust me. Damn it. Okay. Trying to get the same pattern. Anyway. Started expanding your horizons in the internet and found better shit. Yeah, that's true. There was a lot of better stuff at about that time. So it's not a shock you went to just a better dealer, effectively. When you think about it, the internet is the ultimate crack dealer. Kind of. It doesn't deal in actual crack, but it does deal in, like, far, far more addictive content and ideas. Like, I don't know where I would be without the internet. Without the internet humor that I've picked up on and have basically assimilated into my being. Like, there's so much internet humor that I've had over the years, it's not even funny. I can't imagine being without, you know? You never were interested in the backrooms until my stuff Saturday. I slowly been looking into it, watching stuff on YouTube. Really, yes. There are so many amazing backrooms videos from just the last 6 months alone. Like, when I said Saturday that Kane Pixels revived the backrooms, I wasn't joking. He really, truly did. And it's really amazing that he's only like 16. And his animations are on par with like a Hollywood production. Hell, they make some Hollywood productions blush. Ah, now that's better. That looks good. Oh, yes. Mwaha. So, yeah. We should all strive to be a lot like Kane. That Kane and his unlimited sets of pixels. I like this. I don't want to call it a scaffolding look. But it's like a... I guess it's a lot like scaffolding, I don't know. So yeah, wild stuff. Anyway, Looney Tunes is actually something you still enjoy. Yes, I don't blame you. Looney Tunes is marvelously crafted. That's the thing. That's a humor that comes from a different time period. And a lot of that stuff is funny precisely because it's not concerned with like doing dumb shit like, well, like modern humor. It's not overly concerned with its own well-being. I guess that's not quite the right way to put it, but more or less, it doesn't try to impress. It just tries to exist in its own space, and it does an excellent job of drawing you into that. I don't like that. But I'm glad you found the Backrooms stuff, Top Hat. Backrooms is cringy among his stuff like Siren Head. When it started out, it wasn't. When it started out, it was just a shit post on 4chan. And then it actually kind of like grew some teeth for a while, and then it got really out of hand. And then eventually it kind of became really cool. Just kind of, happened. Obviously, Kane Pixels, if he hadn't made stuff, I don't think we'd be talking about the Backrooms right now. No one would care, most likely. Because, it had its time in the sun, like the SCP Foundation. All throughout 2019 and 2020, people were obsessed with it. And it was beginning to lose popularity, and that was just the end of it. And then a brilliant creator made something amazing, and that inspired a dozen or more other creators to do something just as amazing. And so now, yeah, there's actually a good, healthy amount of really cool, really interesting Backrooms animations that, like, they're jaw-dropping. Some of them are just straight-up jaw-dropping. Some of them are really well made and are as tense as The Exorcist from back in the day, not the crappier remakes. It just depends, Some people have an eye for horror and can breathe life and tension into a situation. Like if you've ever seen the original The Shining, stuff like that. Like Stanley Kubrick levels of just dripping and oozing atmosphere. And some people are horribly incapable of making you believe that an orange is actually a juicy, delicious-looking fruit. It just depends. The eye and source of an artist's inspiration is paramount. It's the difference between putting gasoline in your car engine and putting sugar in there. Like, world of difference. So yeah, I hope more really amazing things can get made going forward. Just because, good stuff deserves to have a chance to be made. I would hate for some level of stagnation to just suddenly, like, ruin a good thing like the Backrooms series. Serials. Kellogg's Backrooms, a part of this balanced horror breakfast. There we go. Anyway, SCP, no Space Valk SCP crap, please. Don't talk back about SCP containment. I'm sorry, it's cringe, Sam. You're just gonna have to deal with it. Every straight-to-Disney TV movie made in the early 2010s. Oh, really? Yes, there's so much stuff that Disney has made that just sucks. Like, Disney making crappy sequels was a thing way back in the 90s. In fact, it started in the 90s, and it hurts. Because so many awesome movies got crappy TV sequel or straight-to-video sequels And yeah, no, they are not good. And everybody knows it. That's the thing. Like, nobody's shocked by that. Or at least they shouldn't be. If anything, it's just sad. But hey, that's life, you know. Okay. I've got to move this, because it is in the wrong place. Okay, and then I can just shift this over a few blocks and it should work. Oh, shit. Okay. Ah, damn it. Okay, there we go. Perfect. Now then, never got into the backrooms aside watching the original Kane Pixels found footage. Yes, that's like the god tier level of backrooms content. I can't really say there's too much more that's like super amazing. There are like one or two other creators I can think of off the top of my head that are as good, but I don't know. You will say though that of the movies you've watched ever since turning fuck. I will still say most of the movies you've ever watched were usually PG-13. Have a hard time thinking of anything else. Okay. Ah, shit. I inadvertently enabled Elytrafly. It started on 4chan. Yes, that's where the backrooms came from. Sadly, it only really kind of got its start there, and then just kind of never went anywhere from there. And then a bunch of people started making a wiki and junk like that. And then it got the SCP treatment, where there were like 3 or 4 wikis vying for supremacy. And they were all telling their own stories, which is fine in and of itself. It can get out of hand and become cringe very easily if people are not like, if they're not careful. But I don't know. Did I read the original post? No, I missed the original post. I've seen pictures of it. It's not that amazing, but like, it's a decent like. Give me a writer's prompt for a short story, and then someone basically spits out what will become the backrooms. You could easily make that just a writer, a tiny short novel prompt, and that's it. That's all it would need to be. It wouldn't need to be anything more complicated than that. And the reason the SCP stuff gets cringe, even though I know that's hard to like envision for some of you, it really shouldn't be, but apparently it is, so let me explain it to you. At a certain point, things like the SCP Foundation and other works like that become a exercise in who can make the biggest Mary Sue, or who can make the biggest fan wank, or the biggest power fantasy. That's what it becomes. And a power fantasy, a fan wank, that shit's not cool. Nobody really wants to read that. Nobody wants to be part of that. It can very quickly become silly. And I know a lot of people don't want to hear that, but it is true. You don't generally want things to be some sort of, well, a power fantasy. 9 times out of 10, SCP stuff's not really it's not really that amazing. All the good stuff has kind of been established. And funny enough, SCP began on 4chan. Very hard for some of you to know that, I guess. I don't know. Slabs. Let's make it a type top. I actually need to see how far away this is. On a different note, you think the guy, YouTuber Hobo Ryan, he's a hysterical guy with his internet humor, even though his streams are just reaction channel. Ah. Well, that's cool. More power to him. 17. Okay. Alright, let's see if this worked. Oh, baby. Oh. Shit. That might work. It's a happy accident. I think this might just work. There are no mistakes, only happy accidents, and I think I just did one. I meant to make this ring up here, but I might make them out a little bit farther. See how this turns out. Hey, that's not terrible, actually. Okay, yeah, I'll take it. Please don't fuck up. Oh, baby, that's working great. Okay, so it's going to overwrite that if I'm not careful. Or no, wait, actually it would go right here. Never mind, that would be fine. That'd be, or no, wait, sorry, it'll overwrite this one. So it'll actually need to be 21. But hey, that's manageable. Or no, would that 22 to prevent any problems. Oh no, the Bob Ross. I said the Bob Ross quote. Oh shit, I need to go up a block too. Undo. I mean, there are actually mistakes. Like, I'm not going to say that that's correct. Like, there is such a thing as mistakes. Bob only said that to keep people from getting discouraged regarding their own ability or regarding whatever it was they were doing. And for what he was doing and how he was achieving his vision for teaching, yeah, I don't blame him. I don't blame him for saying that, because even though it's a little inaccurate, basically it's a mindset, not a statement of fact. He's pretty well just trying to tell you, hey, look, messing up can be a learning experience, and it can also be, you know, a thing that can be used to further your own growth. Or, quite simply, it can be used to make something cool from what was once just an accidental misplacement. Something that differed from your intention. So you don't have to worry about it. Ah, man. The only thing remotely funny you've seen from 4chan is green text. Yeah, 4chan has lost a lot of its humor. That's really like the only thing. It's just the crazy green text stories. The memes are more just like... It's part hate fuel, part satire. And sometimes it's funny, sometimes it's just like whatever. It just depends. It's so hit or miss because everybody's not... The mindset of the early internet is gone, and so a lot of the common ground, which is needed for humor to really flourish, has kind of been eroded away. And so without that common ground, comedy is very hit or miss now. Everybody's like, no, this is funny. No, that's funny. No, this is good. No, that's good. No, that's bad. No, this is whatever. And at a certain point, you're just like, whatever, I give up. And so, yeah, that's kind of where we are. Early 4chan memes used to be fucking hilarious. I'm really not even sure why. Like, 4chan pioneered memes. Memes were unheard of before 4chan really, really popularized all that way back in the early to mid 2000s. Right around the time that some of you guys in chat were born. I can't believe that. And yet, like, that's just how it is, you know? I don't know. I feel like 4chan is Oppenheimer and memes are nuclear weapons, you know. Oh wow, this is so cool. Let's tinker with this one thing. Really cool. Yeah, this will be just amazing. Oh shit. Our thing that we were tinkering with can be used as a weapon of mass destruction. Well, damn, I didn't see that coming. Huh. Boy, it's almost like I have become Death, Destroyer of Worlds, or something. Only instead of Death, Destroyer of Worlds, it's I have become Meme, Destroyer of Man. So yeah, who knows? We've got a lot of very interesting years ahead of us. I can't wait to see what way they all pan out. 4chan story? I don't really have any 4chan stories is a thing. I was always one of the few people who got onto 4chan and actually listened to the smart advice they would occasionally give out. The number one advice that would usually be given out is lurk more. Meaning, don't get on there and start posting your opinions. Don't get on there and start asking questions like a dumbass. If you're going to get on 4chan, get on 4chan, be quiet, and watch. You are there to learn, not to question or whatever. Like, go there to enjoy what it is, not... Oh, fuck. Undo. Go there to enjoy, don't go there to, like... I don't know. You shouldn't necessarily be so quick to contribute, is what I'm getting at. And yeah, that is very true. Fuck. And so yeah, I've always lurked. I've never posted on 4chan. Which is bizarre, because I've been browsing the damn place since like 2006. But I've never posted. And the answer is just because I don't feel that it's worth my time. However, you can learn and find out some really interesting things there. And also some really devastating and scary things there. So, you know, be careful. Take everything you see there with a huge grain of salt. But I will say this, I've found a lot of really great anime from 4chan. Like I'd never have gotten into the Monogatari series had it not been for 4chan. I would never have found about Minecraft, funny enough, without 4chan. What's another really amazing thing that I wouldn't have the opportunity to enjoy without 4chan, without having seen it on 4chan? Lots and lots of various visual novels and other interesting media, light novels particularly. Like, there's just a bunch of stuff that I would not have had access to. I wouldn't have had the luxury of enjoying a lot of the cool shit that I've had to enjoy. Oh, wait. Undo. And, you know, there's nothing wrong with that. There's lots of fun stuff you can find on a place like 4chan. But again, you have to be very, very careful. You can't just, like, barrel in there. You have to be considering of what you're doing and how you're doing it. I mean, it's a lot like it was with 2B2T. How many of you joined 2B2T too deathly afraid of saying anything in the chat? Because you knew what the reputation was. How many of you have, like, maybe once met another player in 2B2T for fear that they'd, like, grief you or some shit? Like, it's like that. Yeah, although, obviously, 2B2T is far more tame. Because, like, all you have to lose on 2B2T is your garbage in-game. But, like, you didn't know that on 4chan. On 4chan, it was a different place. It was a different time. It was different everything. So, yeah. Any notable occasions? No, because I don't browse it all that often. And so anything cool that I've seen is just a screenshot of fun shit that happened while I wasn't there. Because, you know, I don't spend every waking moment browsing there. I can't afford to. I've got other obligations. With 2B2T, it was slightly different because you could play for a decent amount of time, and because everybody really kind of knew each other, you were more likely to be in on something good than you were to miss it. But with 4chan, no. You're more likely to miss cool things than you are to be part of it. If you're lucky enough to be around when something epic happens, then, well, then good on you. But 9 times out of 10, that doesn't happen. Most of the time, it's just boring shit posting. Images for various purposes, some good, some bad, some somewhere in between. And the rest of it is just people shooting the shit. And that's it. There's really nothing that special to speak of. I've saved a lot of really funny, stupid pictures over the years from, like, basically people posting their losses or people being idiots. Something like that. Yeah. Now you don't even play anymore? Yeah, I know. Wasn't 2BT offline? No, we were on a temp map for a good 2 weeks. But it wasn't offline. Not by a long shot. Where do you get the idea that we were offline or whatever? Uh-oh. This is going to be complicated. 1, 2, 3. Let's see if this does it. Okay. There we go. Okay, let me try and fix all the water here. And you're gonna start working on your base again. You really want to see it finished. Thank you. I want to see it finished too, Bunny. You better do that thing. If not, you better give me the world download so that I can finish it. Obviously, after I finish Space Valkyrie. I'm not, like, sidetracking myself and going on to a different project or anything. I've already got hardcore and I've got this, so I have enough irons in the fire, but, like, just in general, Bunny, you better finish that in base. I want to see that place. Okay. Now then, that's actually a really nice looking circle here. You blame summer vacation? 10 hours for what? Just check casual 2BGT 10-hour queue. Jesus Christ, are you serious? Oh my god. Fits video of the 100K day mark? Yeah. That was a wild time. Jesus. You figure out that one of your old Xbox friends died in a car? Oh my god. Poor Top Hat, I'm so sorry. Did 2BGT a little in 2014 and dropped it. Ah, okay. Yeah, 2014 was a very boring year. Not a whole lot happened back then. Which highway was the least traveled? I think it's like -Z. Found a cool coral snake in your apartment. Posted on 4chan to show your friends how dangerous 4chan was. And answers was, it wasn't a coral snake. Yeah, well. You can never tell. That's the thing. Like, you'll get a bajillion dumbass answers on 4chan, and you'll get a bunch of really smart answers. It's just so hit or miss. You kind of just gotta roll with the punches. Fear from the reputation is somewhat fair, but not that fair. Imagine actually playing 2B2T. I know, right? How would you even get on? In 2006, was I already Jacktherippa Poncho Hamster, and you call yourself a Jacktherippaologist? Come on. Yes, I was already Jacktherippa in 2006. I was Jacktherippa in 2005, too. I was Jacktherippa for a whole 2 years by the time I started using the name everywhere. I forget what made me realize that that was like my name, you know? Like, I thought about that today, as a matter of fact, because I was bored as all hell at work. And I thought about that, and I went, wait a minute. I've been Jacktherippa for a good long while now. At what point was that really and truly my name? You know? Like, at what point did that name become me? And like, I couldn't really give a good answer. I was really kind of... I don't want to say I was always Jacktherippa. Obviously I wasn't. But like... I guess around 18, 17, about a year or two after I started using the name, that's about the time that I started to solidify as me. Part of that was just because I was no longer a kid, like I touched on earlier. And part of that was just because I discovered 4chan, and 4chan did a lot for my personal skills, funny enough. Because I got to see all the dumbasses on 4chan, and it kind of made me go, well, shit, I'm glad I'm not them. What are they doing wrong that they don't have a life? Well, shit, I better not do that. I better, like, do the opposite of what the people on 4chan are doing. And yeah, it helped. And over time, it just, you know, I honed my humor. I honed a lot of my wit on 4chan, and it worked. So yeah, it was, honestly, it was a good idea. You know, to each their own. Not everybody would want to necessarily go there, but fair enough. Honestly, 4chan, like, I can't imagine not having discovered that place. That place did wonders for me. Like, I can't really think of anything that was just super negative about being on 4chan. Just being there and lurking was more than enough. That's all I ever needed to do. Actually, I think I'm going to use Obsidian here. I'm a professional internet user? No, not really. I'm not even a professional shit poster, in all honesty. My threshold for tolerance of shitposting is actually really low. Like when shitposting was first invented, and I'll give you 5 guesses as to where it was first invented, and the first 4 don't count. Pro tip, I've been talking about it all stream. Just about. And that is, 4chan. So like when shitposting was first invented and first became popularized, I was like, ugh, I hate this. Why are people doing this? This is stupid. I hate it. Stop. And obviously I wasn't alone in that assessment of this is awful, why are we doing it? But that also didn't stop people from continuing to do it. And then over time I grew somewhat of a defense mechanism against it, and occasionally you'll catch me shitposting. And so yeah, it is what it is. We are where we are. Can't help it. When in Rome, shitpost as the Romans do. That's my not motto. Newgrounds. Yeah, Newgrounds was big back then too. Oh, welcome back, Touties. Where'd you go? Why'd you dip out for only a few minutes? What happened? Have I used Newgrounds? Yeah, I used Newgrounds way back in 2006, 2007. I got out of Newgrounds very quickly. I was not artistically inclined at about that time, and so it never really, like... It was cool to see the animations and the funny shit that other people made, but I didn't have a bone in my body that was capable of making that level of good stuff back then. The only person you ever had die was your grandfather's best friend. Oh man, cool guy, really like Coca-Cola stuff. He died of COVID in 2021. Oh, I'm sorry to hear that. Yeah, it really was a bad time for the elderly. Back in the, well, you know, the time period that just recently has kind of calmed down. I don't even want to say that it's technically past, because I'm not 100% convinced that COVID's necessarily over, but that the panic and fear is over. You ate too much macaroni, Sam. No. You'll die of macaroni poisoning, like Babe Ruth died of hot dog poisoning. He was only 26, worked at some tech store as of 2019. I'm trying to see who you're referring to, Top Hat. Oh, hey, Neon Raider. Yeah, I'm still working on this. Shit. I can't follow who was talking about where I work. I know I saw that question earlier. Oh well. Dying of hot dog poisoning as a baseball player or a baseball game, that is the most baseball thing to do. No, it's a Portal 2 reference. It's really nothing special. It's just a dumb Portal 2 reference. At the request of a dying child, Babe Ruth ate 72 hot dogs and then died of hot dog poisoning in 1948. That's it. That's all it was. It's too late. You gotta go again. Okay. Take care. You have a friend who really loves Portal 2. Good. He has good taste. Housemaster issue. God, isn't that the damn truth? There's so much on that place that is a Housemaster issue. Who is the oldest singer in your profile picture? Ooh, I can't even tell who your profile picture is a picture of. It's a thumbnail for ants as far as I can tell, man. Sorry, I'm not I'm not better gifted in the eyeball department. I wish I could answer, Top Hat, but I'm not sure. Oh hey, Cold Ark. You and Real Ani have a very similar color scheme to your profile pics. I could not tell you two apart for a sec. 146. That's what, 145? 144. Anyway, how are you, Cold Ark? Oh, bye, Bloopla. Take care. Ooh, yikes, I don't know what the radius of this is gonna be. Let's just try 10. Random round number. Huh? Oh. Fuck. Actually, I kind of like that. I'm gonna like maybe put a material in on the backside to fill it in, but that actually is not terrible. Yeah, fuck it. I'll keep that. One, two, three, 4, 5. Or wait, no. Undo. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Oh yeah, that'll actually kind of look nice. Not gonna lie. But anyway, so this was where I wanted to put it. Let's try 15. Did 15 get it? Oh, just barely. Just barely missed it. And also it cuts through there again. Damn it. Undo. Ah, fuck it. I'm not gonna put a I'm not gonna put slabs under there. I'll just settle for beacons. Good old beacons. My favorite standby. What am I dulling in? What? Huh? Who are you fighting? Oh, you mean dueling. You're not fighting or dueling anyone. Or at least you shouldn't be. Whoa. Oh no, I have the wrong... Fuck. Well... Actually... That looks sick. Holy shit, what is it with me tonight? I'm doing all sorts of wacky, stupid mistakes, and they're actually, like, not garbage. I mean, I don't normally think terribly hard about what it is I'm doing. I don't normally have to. But, like, I'm just making dumb mistakes, and they're, like, panning out. That's so weird. But hey, whatever, I'll take it. That looks so good, I know, right? I was just jumping up, hitting the thing. I was thinking I was making more of these, not this. That's actually fucking dope. I'm keeping it. Like, that's low-key really nice. All right. Hell yeah. Damn. Good golly, I'm hot today. Like, I felt like garbage most of the day because I didn't feel like I was actually accomplishing anything. And, like, I got a good 7 hours of sleep or so last night, which is not a bad amount of time. But, like, I woke up feeling super groggy this morning, and, like, I was just like, oh, I'm not looking forward to today. I don't want to do anything today. I feel like shit. I just feel like I'm not worth anything because I'm not firing on all cylinders. Apparently, I'm wrong. I'm apparently actually doing just fine. Very bizarre. Which is not necessarily a bad thing. Like, it's okay to sometimes just be meh or bad for one moment and then have it turn around and be perfectly fine. I'm going to replace that here in a second. And I'm also going to get rid of that tube and make it join up over here. And then I'm going to repair this. Well, there may be hope for me yet, guys. I mean, I certainly didn't think I was gonna make anything that amazing today. Honestly, like, some days I feel like I'm phoning it in. You know what I mean? Like, I'm not really doing my best. I'm just sort of existing. Or just sort of like, I'm here. I'm half-heartedly doing something. And actually, now that I think about it, I want to push this farther. Farther that away. You're gonna go. Okay, take care, Cold Dark Blaze. Sorry if you, this wasn't a good time or whatever. But thanks for coming out. You're gonna get ready to bed now. Okay, NASCAR, you take care. There we go. Oh. Okay. You know, I really didn't like how this tunnel here wrapped around the central stem, but I was like, all right, I can build around it. I can make it work. No big deal. Yeah, it kind of ruined, honestly, the symmetry that I had going. Kind of glad I got rid of it. But, you know, that's what it's all about. If you need to redraw the lines, feel free to do so. Wait a minute. Aha. That's what was wrong. I could tell something was off center. There we go. That's much better. Hey, Void Shadow, how are you? Don't worry about it. You're not late. You're never late. Don't worry about it. Okay, and so this is 1, 2, 3. Once it comes off this is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 7, 3, 2, 1, 1, 1, 1, 1. So we got our 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and then 3, and then 2. 7, 3, 2, and then 1, 2, 3, 4 sets of 1. Okay. All right, that solves the issue. I'll connect it all up. All right. Nice to see me streaming. Oh, well, thank you, Isaac. Currently working on your world border base, but hope my day is improved. Yeah, my day was just meh. It wasn't bad. It just wasn't good either. It was just boring. And it was such a slow day, all day long. I got some writing done for something that I was maybe thinking of doing. I was doing the preliminary rough draft for writing it. And I got way more writing done on that than I expected to the point where I felt kind of bad for like not actually working because the boss is out of town for 2 days, and so like a lot of the stuff that I would do is already done. And so I didn't know what to do. And so I just sort of sat and twiddled my thumbs for an hour or two. Spread out over the course of like the day. So I don't know, it's a bit weird. But hey, you know, it's not necessarily a bad thing, just that I wasn't expecting there to be any... I wasn't expecting to make something cool on accident. Most of the stuff I make through intention. But like, I intentionally make it cool, or I try to. This time, it was just... Well, like Bob Ross says, there are no accidents, only happy mistakes. Or there are no mistakes, only happy accidents. That's it. And I've just made a series of happy accidents. So who knows? I guess that's what I needed to really spice up the day. Bizarre. It's bizarre how that happens. Favorite food? Probably there's a chicken dish that I really love. It's you pound the chicken. It's a chicken breast cutlet that you take. You pound it flat to further tenderize it, and you make a lemon garlic sauce. And you make this lemon garlic sauce. You cook the chicken in it. It's a very sort of very sour but like strong lemon garlic sauce. And of course it absorbs the chicken juices as it cooks in it. And then you spread that, you put that on rice. And you get just a little bit of it because this sauce has a kick. It's very sour, but it's also very garlicky. It's very good. Oh. And then you just, you know, get a tiny 2 or 3 spoonfuls of the sauce, put it on a lot of rice to sort of dilute it out, and then you eat it with the chicken, and there you go. Cook it for a good 30 minutes to an hour, depending on your cutlet of chicken. And bada bing, you have a winner. The proverbial winner chicken dinner. So yeah, it's pretty good. Bananas are your favorite? Well, bananas are all right. Oh man, I'm talking so much I need to take a drink. Anyway, I've probably already mentioned this before, but like the the Cavendish banana. The banana that was originally the source of banana flavoring in a lot of products these days. Oh wait, shit. Undo. Undo. Rotate 90. Paste again. There we go. That's a banana that's been basically endangered for like 100 years, maybe more. Not quite matched up. There we go. And yeah, it's a really interesting... Oh wait, shit. Undo. Yes, it's a really interesting banana flavor. The original banana flavoring. I like that type of banana flavoring. But actual modern day bananas are kind of bad. They don't taste very good in my opinion. They kind of just taste meh. I don't know how to put it. They suck. Like a vampire. I wouldn't mind if the Cavendish banana made a comeback, but I don't think that's ever going to happen. Just for obvious reasons. Oh, whoops. I know that it was not, like, entirely wiped out. It was wiped out by a fungus. Because it kept getting, like, cloned, essentially. And so it lost its immunity to various, natural environmental pathogens like a fungus. And that basically spelled its doom. But, well, what can you do? Can't you just print more bananas? Well, they've managed to keep it, like, alive. But, like, the problem is, the fungus, even if the problem with that one fungus species is solved, the problem of the species of banana itself has no resistance because it's so horribly inbred. Because that's effectively what they've done, is they've made it an inbred... Yes, this is going to sound very weird, but it is an inbred species of banana. And so by being so horribly inbred, it has no resistance. That's why inbreeding is so bad. It removes your genetic viability, or your genetic diversity, rather. And when that happens, you lose the ability to fight against a lot of really nasty pathogens that exist out there in the big bad world, like diseases. I mean, name your disease, you know? A lot of people are under the mistaken impression that incest causes birth defects. And it's not that it can't cause birth defects, but no, it's very much because it damages your ability to fight pathogens in the environment, basically. Like, there are lots of organisms that don't reproduce sexually, they reproduce asexually. And so you'll find that these organisms, eventually they will come across they all come across the same problem. They will get hit by something that will just absolutely almost wipe them out. And if it weren't for things like horizontal gene transference, they would be wiped out. But see, horizontal gene transference is viable when you're a single-celled organism. Or you're, I don't know, some small invertebrate. Or whatever. You can afford to do that. To share DNA with random strangers of your species. That's what horizontal gene transference is. Basically, think of it as you and the guy down the road literally swapping genes. Or sharing genes. Like, there's a gene in his family that you don't have, and there's a gene in your family he doesn't have, and the two of you just swap genes, and now you both have the same genes in each other's family. That's horizontal gene transference. And it doesn't happen in mammals. It's a very weird concept. But there are a lot of organisms like germs and bacteria that will happily perform horizontal gene transference. This is how a lot of bacteria can become immune to, say, antibiotics. Because there's like one or two of them that will have a gene that is capable of making them resistant to, say, penicillin. You know, penicillin's the big bacterial boogeyman. And so they'll have this bacteria will have resistance to, penicillin. And a lot of the other bacteria in the colony or in the area will die off because of the penicillin until they either are all killed off, save for the ones that have resistance to penicillin, or the ones who have naturally evolved the ability to have penicillin resistance will start sharing that penicillin resistance gene with all the rest of the bacteria in the colony because it's to their advantage to do so. And so that's horizontal gene transference. And we humans don't have anything like that, obviously. And so with incest, you're destroying your lineage's ability to fight off the common bugs and other things that may be in the environment. Because you really don't know what's in the environment. You don't know what kind of pathogens you'll run into. Okay, undo. That was one block too large. And so, yeah, the way that we've evolved to prevent incest and other things of that nature is it's the same reason we have a visceral reaction to rotting bodies and feces is because those things breed bacteria. So we have a disgust mechanism that will, physically make you ill or similar to being ill, not quite the same thing as being actually ill. It'll make you revolt, and it'll make you want to run away from it, because that is a risky behavior that damages your DNA's ability to propagate itself. And so we've evolved that mechanism to prevent that. It's a really, really interesting thing. So yeah, that's why incest bad. And so a lot of things like plants that get grafted, and I know this is incest. Why the fuck is he talking about incest? What does that have to do with anything? Well, that's why the Cavendish banana was in such dire straits. It was basically a giant incest baby. You wouldn't see the Cavendish reproducing like normal, natural bananas. It would just be grafted onto other hosts. And so its genetic pool became so homogeneous that there was no diversity within its gene pool. And so all it took was one fungal species getting opportunistically advantageous, getting a little too freaky with it, and it nearly wiped out the entire species. And that's precisely why you have genetic diversity, is to prevent that very thing. Please stop, you're having an existential crisis. No. You will listen, and your existential crisis will be evaded after you come to terms with having an existence. And until then, you're just going to have to crisis about it. But eventually you'll get over it. Probably. So yeah, that's why that exists. And that's why we can't have the, that's why you can't marry your sister. That's why you shouldn't marry your cousin. That's why we can't have the Cavendish banana. It's just a lot of things like that. There's a fucking reason for everything, isn't there? Well, I guess you're stuck here now. Yep. You'll get over it. Don't worry, Post-it note. Think of it this way. An existential crisis is a chance to build your character. It's a chance to roll the die and, I don't know, put extra points into fortitude or something. Whichever. However you care to see it. Hey Jay, I have a question. What is my favorite theme song? Golden Wind. JoJo's, it's called Il Vento d'Oro. I'm probably not saying that correctly. It's Italian. It means golden wind. It's from JoJo Golden Wind. It is a fucking bop. I still listen to it to this day. It's so good. Golden Wind is GOAT. You have a very plain character. This will definitely help you. Golden Wind, let's go. Hell yeah. Ho ho. Post-it note. You learned something today. You've learned that a crisis can turn into a good thing. Maybe. Oro? No, not quite. Godzilla? Well, I guess. Singer in your profile pic is Harry Rickman. Or Richmond, I don't know which. He was a great entertainer. Many popular singers like Durante, Sinatra, Crosby, and Dino, Elvis, Prima, Jerry Lee all revered him as the old master. Oh, that's so sad. I've never heard of him. Holy shit, that's a crime. Well, I guess that's just kind of how it is, though. Like, all the old masters will be forgotten someday. I'm sure. But hey, what can you do? I guess even though you're super famous in your lifetime, that doesn't mean 1 or 2 lifetimes later you'll still be remembered. Sag. Well, I'm glad you're trying to keep his memory alive, Top Hat. If nothing else. Oh shit, this isn't gonna... This pattern ain't gonna fly. Damn it. Feel like more of a man. Good. Probably. Zawaldo theme is better? I don't know. Zawaldo is just like... I like the sound effect. I'm not even really sure what it is. Just like the... God, how would I even describe it? When Dio says Zawaldo and everything screeches to a halt. I love that sound effect they use. But the actual tune that goes with it is just like whatever. It's not as memorable as Golden Wind. I'm sorry. There's just something about how that particular tune was composed. It's wonderful. Bloopla out once again. Okay. If my handwriting is legible, it was chicken scratch when I was a kid, but over the years I've learned to hone it. Damn it. Can't fucking walk. There we go. Yes, my handwriting is more or less legible, if I wish it to be. And if I want it to be crap, then I can make it crap. You really got to concentrate and try when you're writing something if you want it to be legible. I know a lot of guys are not necessarily up on that. What theme you're referring to is called Star Crusader. Ah, okay. Yes, the guitar on Golden Wind hits so good. But in my opinion, it's the sax that really carries the entire theme. If that sax wasn't as sexy, oh my god. I don't think anyone would have remembered Golden Wind. But I don't know, that's just my my take on it. The what is that? The tape scratching effect with the piano that quickly follows it. That's a golden moment, no pun intended, as well. But like, I don't think that effect alone would have been enough. Come on, where did I have my fill obsidian? There we go. I think it would have been still good. I don't think it could have carried the whole show, but it would still been a good, you know, a good theme. Okay, now this has water behind it. So I'm kind of tempted to do the same things here. And then just carry the water tube looking theme. I kind of like the water tube look. Let me go down a bit. Yeah, that'll be fine. Rickman has forgotten. Is it Rickman or Richman? I think it's Richman, right? You're going to mention the sexy sax. Yeah, good. I'm glad you did. Damn good one for you would be the guitar, Guile's theme or Seven's One Winged Angel. Ooh, man. If you like Seven's One Winged Angel, you should listen to Dancing Mad. It's from Final Fantasy VI. And in my opinion, 6 is better than 7. Fight me. Our battle will be legendary. Anyway, let's see here. Anyway, Richmond's forgot mainly because even though he was inspired and viewed by Al Jolson as an idol, but hated blackface and was criticized for the copying the great Jolson while he tried it once. Ah, okay. I'm seeing an interesting theme. A lot of the singers from that era apparently did blackface. Which, yeah, I guess it was common, wasn't it? I don't know. Was it really that common? I guess it must have been. Oh, well. Rich man. Yeah, I thought as much. Okay, good. I'm at least saying it right. It's like a TikTok trend. Yeah, it certainly sounds like it. Shinobu, no, we're not doing that. Don't say that, Poncho Hamster. Some idiot will take you seriously. Like, it's one thing as a gag, but like, to say it in text form, but like, maybe in places that don't necessarily have people who've blindly sold their souls Anyway. Oh shit. That's not gonna work there. No, redo that. Paste there. Trying to make it seem like it's all tubing. That's running through here. Anyway, just an MBTI 816 personality test? Maybe. I don't really care to, is the thing. What personality am I? I don't actually know because I've never done that personality test. So I don't know. I used to be super introverted before discovering 4chan. And I outgrew it. I figured out how to grow out of it and how to stop being introverted. But I still have like tendencies. So for example, if I don't have to socialize or go out, I'm more than happy to just sit in my room and fuck around on my computer all day. I can do that for hours and hours and hours. Like, to an almost unhealthy degree. However, I do also go out and exercise a fair bit, so it's not like I'm unhealthy, you know? But it's not like I go out and talk to people a lot. But I can if I need to. It's not a problem. I'm not socially awkward. Thankfully, I was never socially awkward. But I was very shy for a good 10 or so years of my beginning of my life. Did I like a girl for their personality? Oh. I don't really care. I mean, personalities are obviously super important to be concerned about if you're looking for a partner. But, like, I don't think it's necessarily wrong to want both a good personality and a nice appearance. Now, you may have a tough time finding a person who fits that criteria. But, like, I don't think there's anything inherently wrong with wanting a beautiful partner in addition to having a good personality on them. I mean, in my opinion, you should probably be as balanced an individual as you can be. Within reason. Obviously, you can't do it all. You can't have it all, but... What the... Are all the pipelines going to be connected? No, they're just for show. These are predominantly a cool-looking thing because every other, well, precisely because this pipe exists here that you can swim through. So because this pipe exists, I'm going to have these others look like they're pipes too. Just because I want to. Not because you have to. A partner, all. Well, not everybody's looking for the same partner or the same type or the same sex. It's just whatever. Let's see here. Right here. Okay. And there we are. Most entertainers, musicians are forgotten from before the 40s, except for a few. Yeah. Well, unfortunately, I don't know who all those guys are either. You're back again, Touties. Oh no, why? What possesses you to keep coming back? I'm more of an advice guy. I should do a disperse out wise advice thing. The problem with wise advice is that it's only good for an avenue or a venue like this, where I'm the one talking, I'm the one doing things, I'm the one setting the precedent. I'm the leading guy who's making the conversation. That's fine for here. But going out and giving advice will get you hate. You will not be appreciated for it. People don't want advice most of the time. Some may think they do. Some may be happy hearing about it, but not necessarily having to follow it. But like, unsolicited advice is really stupid and really bad form. It's easy in theory to say, oh, well, you should give out advice, you're so good at it. But again, it will really only just bring you hate. It's not likely to really truly be super helpful. Nice idea on paper, terrible thing to go out and do unnecessarily. If you're not being asked for advice, you probably shouldn't give it. Oh, I forgot that goes in here. Oh wow, I had a little access button and everything. Oh man, remember the reactor? I made this thing a fucking year ago. I forgot how nice it looked. I haven't been in here in months. Looks so wacky. Hi, hottie. I'm not quite sure who you're referring to, Shivam, but whatever. Still made the interiors. Yeah, back when I did make interiors, you're right, Poncho Hamster. I'm a terrible, terrible builder. I don't make interiors too much. But I will eventually. Okay. So, let's see here. I feel like... Actually, there is one last thing I want to do. One last thing here. Let's make it 40. Huh? Where did that go? Oh, that was just a tad bit too long. Damn it. Undo. Let's try for 30? Or no, 35. Where does that put it? Way too far out. Or, well, actually, could I maybe do 3 sets of rings? I could maybe do that. 35, so 33 and 31. Although that packs them really closely together. I kind of wanted to connect them all. Undo, undo. Actually, 31 was probably fine. And then subtract 3. So we have 30, 29, 28, 27. That's a little bit better. Doesn't necessarily run into that. Okay. Take it as a compliment. Okay. Your base is the only base that has an exterior as an interior. Well, I mean, I don't know. Maybe. I live alone? No, I live with my parents and brother right now. My brother and I could probably move out together and just be roommates for a while, though. So, like, within the next 3 to 4 years, we'll probably consider doing that. But I don't know, we'll see. I don't want to, like, jinx anything or state things that are just not going to happen or anything of that nature. It would be nice to build a maze as an interior to the Shroomite build as a reference to the labyrinth. Oh, yeah, that I made in the actual survival series. Yeah, I could do that. Oh! Oh, yeah, I'd been meaning to do this for a while, and I was thinking of just making it a cube. But I did want to make a 3D maze. At some point. And obviously, you know, this wouldn't be a bad start, I guess. We'll see. I'm still not entirely divorced from the idea of making a cube. Just because a 3D maze as a cube is a really nice idea. Now, I don't want it to be like the one at, what was that? Cloudsdale, I think is the name of that base. It was the one that Oxymoron, or was it Oxymoron or was it someone else? He built it like twice, but he rebuilt it after Jared griefed it and just kept it really, really, really quiet. Until like a year later. Yes, was I a part of the Great Race Experiment? Yes, I was. That was a weird gimmick. I'm not really sure if I'd want to do something like that again. I don't know, we'll see. I dropped out of their Discord after the thing ended because it was just like boring. Like after it all got done and the dude who made the video, because he was obviously making the video, or rather he was obviously hosting the experiment just to make his video and get his stuff. Like, he didn't even feature the maze despite talking to me and being like, yeah, this is really cool. And like, I didn't even get to kill anyone in it. Which was kind of the point. So I don't know. I'm not quite sure that I would do something like the maze again if I were to theoretically do season whatever the hell number they're on. But see, like, working with everybody else is a good way to get killed. And considering it's a death ban scenario, why on earth would I put myself at risk? So I don't know that I would want to do something like Skyblock. But at the same time, I'm not sure I would want to do any epic underground maze or whatever, or labyrinth or what have you. I really couldn't tell you what I would want to do. I would do something, I don't know. The maze itself was very off the cuff. So, like, I wasn't thinking about it all that hard. But, I don't know. Now, I feel like I'd have to, like, think up some clever idea or something interesting in advance before even bothering to, you know, do it again. And even then, I don't know that they'd want to accept me. Just because, like, once was enough, you know? They don't want to see me do another maze. I'm fairly certain they wouldn't want that. And I wouldn't want to make another maze either. It would be boring for me, too. So, like, It's too hard to say. Because the maze was interesting because it wasn't something anyone else had done. You didn't see others doing shit like that. You saw everybody bickering and arguing and fighting and typical race experiment politics. But some dude just toiling away, making a death trap. You'd saw plenty of people, at least one or two, do the skyblock thing. So I wouldn't even want to do skyblock because that's been done to death. But, like, the maze underground was very interesting. It was a unique idea, even if it didn't get any victims. So I don't know. Not really a lot I could say on it. Other than that, it was interesting for the time. I don't know that I would care now. What's my favorite letter? Yeah, I guess it would have to be the letter J. How old is my brother? He's 30. I almost said 29, but I forgot he turned 30 recently. So no, he's about 2.5-ish years younger than me. Like, he's a functioning member of society and everything. I would not have expected that 10 years ago. Oh, hey, MH, how are you? Okay, final touches. I'm gonna make a bunch of these. Have I ever dreamed about this place or Minecraft in general? I don't really remember my dreams, so no, not really. If I do dream, it's nonsensical, or at least I only remember fragments, and when I wake up, I forget everything. By the day, midday, I don't remember any of it. Do I still play on 2B2T? No, I do not, Tiho. I've long since quit 2B2T. I have not touched 2B2T in 2 years. Apart from that time a couple weeks ago where I tried to join just for kicks, just to show people that it wouldn't be worth it. Only to inadvertently discover that I had priority. No, I do not play in private even. It's not worth it. 2B2T is not fun. I wouldn't bother playing in private. Whew. Did you buy it, Poncho Hamster, or are you admitting to something? Gosh, I hope not. Because if so, you're wasting your money, man. Don't buy me Pyro. And remember most of your dreams, but when you do, they're usually close to real life. A real life day, but with one or two things different. Did I find out if Osmo is buying it, or no, I have not found out who did that. I figure it's someone who thinks they're doing it out of the kindness of their heart. And they've just not gotten the memo that it's a waste of money, don't do it. Because I'm not going to use it. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. She hopped down. She was safe and sound on my bed. She was sleeping. She was nice and happy. She hopped down on her own. That means she wants out. Come here. Come here. Come here, Ellie. Meow. Come say hi to chat. Meow. Yeah. You want me to let you out? Is that what you want? Now you gotta use your words. Come over this way. Do you want something? She'll normally respond to me when I ask her things or say stuff to her. She's learned, because, you know, cats are smart-ish. She's learned that we use verbal communication. You know, she's been with me since she was a kitten, so... yeah, it makes sense that she learned that. Or were you just trading places? You happy there? You like it there? Meow. Come on, say something. Well, I guess she's just not gonna yowl like she would normally. She seems content. She just kind of moved around and then flopped down on the floor beside me. Oh well. You love cats. Yeah, I've got a really noisy one. I guess you've just been unlucky so far, Post-it note. You've not heard the great Ellie's whine. It can be heard in the tri-state area. I'm just kidding. She's very loud, but she ain't that loud. She's a kitty that you will never forget hearing. Got a pet named Bean. Okay. Why is he or she named Bean? What do beans have to do with your cat? Saw the other day some scientists figured out that cats know their names when you call them. Yeah. Yeah, they just don't care. Exactly. Anything just about with the level of intelligence equivalent to that of a toddler or greater will be able to pick up on something like name association. It's just too bad cats are not smarter than a toddler. They're about that level, and really no higher. But that's just how it is. Isn't that right, Ellie? Ellie? Uh-huh. I love you. You're not going to say anything back? No. She's just staring at me. She's laying on her side. She couldn't care less. Meow. No? Good girl. She's a good girl. I'm gonna pet her. Haha, I get to pet her and you guys don't. Haha. He's named Bean because he looks like a bean. Haha. Yeah, that makes sense. Very intimidated by Ellie. Why are you intimidated by a cat? Cats are not that impressive. Like, they're not worthy of being intimidated by. Unless, of course, that cat is not a house cat, but a bigger, badder cat, like a lion or a tiger or a predator of some kind that will happily tear your entrails out. A critter like that I would totally understand being afraid of and or intimidated by. I don't know if it's fake, but the video of an orangutan driving a golf car. That's actually really a funny idea. I don't know that I would want an orangutan having the ability, or the access rather, but it makes sense that they're capable of driving. Because, like, they've got the motor skills, and they've definitely got some higher learning. So, like, yeah, I could totally see that. Orangutans are just, you know, they're in 3rd or 4th place, I want to say, from humans in terms of intelligence, with like chimps and dolphins just barely winning out. Oh, and octopi. I forgot about octopi. They're really good too. Actually, I think octopi win. Like, unironically, I think despite how chimps are in the Stone Ages, I think octopi would be right up there with them if not for the fact that they're water-bound. And you can't really enter the Stone Ages in water. I mean, maybe it could happen. But I really don't think it's possible to have a Stone Ages level of progression in an underwater setting. Just because, like, you need fire for the Stone Ages to really truly be the Stone Ages. Because without fire, you have no way to effectively cook your food. And that was one of the hallmark facets of the Stone Ages. That and the resistance that water provides makes it almost impossible to shape stone tools. Because, like, creatures that evolved in water have muscles only for, like, biting and something for, like, tentacles, but they don't really have, like, swinging or flexing in the way that we humans and primates do. So, like, manipulating objects with dexterity is really difficult. And so shaping a stone tool is nigh impossible. I don't know, maybe I'm wrong. Maybe we've just not had the right creature evolve yet. But at least for now, we've not seen any such thing. But I'm fairly certain octopi would be in the Stone Ages if they had been involved on land. Ah, well. Would I rather fight an orangutan once a year or fight a chicken every time I get into a vehicle? The orangutan once a year every time I go to get it. So I guess, yeah, just orangutan once a year because the orangutan can be defeated. The chicken? Oh god, chickens are vicious. They're evil creatures. I'm 90% certain that the reason humans started eating chicken is exclusively out of revenge. Now, you know, they're bred and slaughtered. But back in the day, wild chickens were known for plucking children's eyes out and then spiriting them away to the underworld. Uh-oh. She wants places. She wants out. Meow. Why? Why should I let you out? Give me a reason. Ellie, I'm not going to let you out until you say meow. Damn, she's silent. Ugh. She knows I want her to talk. God. Alright, I'll let her out. Uh-huh. And what if I just put my hand on the knob and say, nope. Nope. Okay, go on. That was actually kind of mean of me. I put my hand on the doorknob and then began to turn it. And she stopped and looked expectantly at the space where the door will open, you know, the crack that would form. And she looked at it and nothing happened. And she looked up at me like, why isn't it opening? You're supposed to do your part. And I thought, oh, okay, now I'm just messing with her like I probably shouldn't. Octopuses are smarter than chimps. They're maybe not smarter than, but they could rival them, given enough time. The problem is octopi get bored. And there are really not that many animals that are capable of getting bored. Boredom is generally a sign of intelligence. You can't get bored if you are dumb and don't know that time is a thing that passes. And most animals are just preoccupied with survival. They don't really have the capacity to, like, go beyond that. At least not right yet. And so, you know. Okay, only 3 more. Or 4 more. Huh? Yeah. Ho ho. Earlier when I said that it was helping keep the name of these older musicians alive, you opened a new point of view and thought I was just being a nerd. Well, I mean, that's the thing, though. Being a nerd and being obsessed with something in an era where it is contemporary is just whatever. That's just you're a fan of whatever. Like, I really like Shinedown. I really like Volbeat. But those are bands that are contemporarily active and have fans all over the world. And so that's just whatever. If I nerd out about one of those bands, that's just whatever. But in an era where those are by and large forgotten people, it's a good thing. You are, in a way, keeping those guys' names alive. Guys and gals, obviously. Some of them were not, but you get the idea. It's not a bad thing to want to spread information and love about basically a topic that has almost gone extinct. And yeah, these really, really, really old musicians from almost 100 years ago in some cases, that makes sense. These are people that time has forgotten. And you are kind of doing them a favor by getting people, even if only temporarily, to remember them. They would appreciate it if they could hear about it right now. You know what I mean? They would be happy that you're around or that you're spreading the word, you know? Like a god at work right now? Kinda. I'm really happy with how this has turned out. I think it just needs a few more sea lanterns and that'll be it. Just something to, like, light it up here, you know? Ooh, yeah, right here is a great spot. What do I think about human extinction? I'm pretty sure humans aren't going to go extinct. So I really don't think much about human extinction, because I don't think it's going to happen. I'm fairly certain that human extinction is off the table precisely because we are too aware that it's something we could do to ourselves. I'm not saying we're incapable, and I'm not saying it can't ever happen. Just that we are just careful enough to be worried about not letting it happen. And so I think that's just the right amount of healthy to prevent it from ever happening. And then at a certain point, it's not going to be possible for humans to go extinct. We're nowhere near that point, but I'm just saying that right now, we have just enough healthy fear of it that it's not likely to ever happen. And that eventually, it will get to the point where it literally cannot happen. Because we'll be too spread out and too far diverse, such that even if we were, launching relativistic missiles at each other, there'd still be colonies so far away that it wouldn't Nobody would know. It wouldn't affect them. The human race would still go on. But who knows? Who knows? I could be dead wrong, no pun intended. And I could be proven wrong. I could be proven wrong in our lifetime. And then it will not be our lifetime if I'm proven wrong. Because I think at that point it won't be anyone's lifetime. But obviously, let's hope that doesn't come to pass. 4 or 5. But hey, who knows? Life is a box of chocolates. Sometimes you eat a chocolate, and it's nice and creamy. And sometimes it's a ball of poo-poo someone sprinkled little bits of cocoa powder onto and then stuck back in the box as a clever prank. Just depends. Vinci did a lot of cool inventions. Yeah, he did. Imagine if Da Vinci had Minecraft in his time. Oh, man. I would have loved to have seen some of the great thinkers have access to a game like Minecraft. Provided, of course, they would actually engage with it and not write it off as, like, silliness or, you know, whatever. Because there are a lot of people who write modern Minecraft off who shouldn't, but do. And if they took it seriously, they could maybe actually make some really cool shit. Oh, beacons. That's what I was missing. Down right here. There we go. Bada bing, bada boom. I believe it is done. Oh, whoops. Now it's done. Nope, wait, shit. I didn't put beacon. That's all, folks. That's beacon. Oh, hey, Mike. Do I like Louis Prima? I've never heard him. Never heard his stuff. So I would not know. Have I watched Kurzgesetz, where apparently if anything passes a certain point in space, we will physically never be able to reach it? Yes, I've seen that. Yeah, that's the redshift boundary, I think is what it's called. I forget what the official name of that is. It's the point where beyond that point, information will never travel beyond it because of how vast and expansive space it is, due to how space is ever expanding and the fact that there is no faster than light travel, that we will never be able to reach beyond it because, yeah, we just will never. So yeah, that's a fun topic for another day, I imagine. So, what do you all think about this? Doppler redshift? Yeah, something like that. I forget if that's the exact name or not, but yeah, you get the idea. I like it. It'll be a nice little monument to the Shroomites way back whenever I do eventually get there. But yeah, what mod am I using to seemingly replace a block without removing it? That's a useful feature. Yes, it's a useful feature. It's a mod called Vanilla. It's just left, right. Just like this. Left, right, left. But it's left and right at the same time. Or rather, it's left and then right in quick succession. Like, you're basically placing it. I don't think you can do it in survival mode. Yeah, if you hit first and then try to place the block, you can't. It prioritizes hitting. But I know that if you get a block that will break in one hit, you can replace in survival mode just like that. So yeah, that's a thing. So yeah, I kind of like it. Well, now that I look at it, I did say I would make a motif of some kind on the upper top part. Fuck, I forgot to do that. You know, it's actually kind of naked looking without that. Well, I'll save that for Wednesday. That'll be really nice. Yeah, I'll do that, and then I'll do another building. And then I'll do a tour Wednesday. Yeah, we can make a thing of it. Although, actually, I kind of want to make a ring like this as well. So, I don't know. We'll see. But at any rate, thank you all for coming out and watching. I appreciate the fact that you all are willing to give me any amount of your time. Just a little bit here or there. Doesn't matter. Also use Arch, by the way. Okay. Oh, man. Holy shit. That was a yawn. Damn. Sorry about that. Anyway, you like the little pipes running through the builds? It's probably not intentional, but you really... No, it was entirely intentional. Like, that's the point. That's why I designed the pipes, because I knew they would be everywhere and that they would be a fun little tube to swim through. I've always been obsessed with tubes since I was a kid. It's just something cool about crawling through tubes to get everywhere. There was a movie called The Addams Family Values, and in that movie, Uncle Fester gets sucked up. I think it's an intentional system. He gets sucked up into what are essentially giant sewage plumbing pipes, but it's clean, don't worry. And he gets sucked up through it and then spat out like it's a pneumatic tube. Really fucking cool. And like I was enthralled with stuff like that as a kid. So yeah, I've kind of built that into the place as a whole. If you've noticed, even in the original world download, I had these water elevators. And I've got water elevators like this everywhere that are designed to pull you up and pull you down, much like in that movie. And yeah, you can just freely go from one place to the next in exactly the same manner. Oh, that's right. And speaking of, there is a pipe right here. Though how you would reach it, I don't know. Maybe I didn't quite plan that out. Here we are. Okay, so you stand on here, open this. Maybe I can do it in survival? There we go. I can jump better in survival because it doesn't put me in creative mode flight. And then you can just swim through. Unfortunately, there's no horizontal bubble columns. God, that would be so cool if there was. And so yeah, I could suck and pull you through these columns and these places in a set order or direction in order to make... Oh, there we go. In order to make the experience more tailored, I guess. And obviously you have conduit power everywhere, so you can just swim and swim without ever having to worry. Oh! That's supposed to be a thing. There we go. And now in this manner you can get down into the disc. And down here, this was supposed to be the water highway. And you would have Dolphin's Grace. And yeah, there's just... I don't know if there are any dolphins nearby, but yeah, it would allow you to swim through here really, really quickly. You can tell I designed that in 1.12 before I ever actually got the chance to test out Dolphin's Grace and other things. So here we are inside one of the water conduit pylons, which are these structures that you'll see scattered throughout the disc. So yeah, really cool. So yeah, I've always been obsessed with pipes. Go from being in space to being in water in an aquarium. Yep. It is so awesome, I know. I should do live reaction streams. Okay. I'll probably do that. What day is good? Like, my days are already kind of full. Like, I've got work throughout the days on Monday, Wednesday, Fridays. I could maybe... I want to keep Freeform Friday, and then I've got 2 days a week where I do Hardcore and Space Valk 3 respectively. And so without doing like a double stream on one day, or sacrificing my one day off, which is Sundays, without doing that, I don't really have a choice. So like there's not enough room is the problem. Yeah, I want to do my own stuff on Friday, whatever game intrigues me. Whether that be a nostalgia game or a new game or a game that I'm really hyped for, whatever. Freeform Friday is my thing. Weekends, I could maybe do it on Sunday or Saturday, not Sunday. Because I do 3 hardcore streams a week, Saturday being the third one. So I could maybe react and do hardcore at the same time. Maybe? I don't know. And what would be the format of reactions? Browsing 4chan Live, oh god. Oh, you'd have to have balls to do that. Okay. Vote decided based on my preferences. Okay. That's not a bad idea, Edmund. I've always been so good at building. Or was I not as good at first and gradually improved? Yeah, I was not as good at first and then I gradually improved. Like with all things, you start out from very little and you build yourself up. You always get lost with the tubes on Anarchy Skyblock. You don't know how to complete the entire route. There isn't an entire route. Like there are tubes that go from floor A to floor B, and floor B to floor C, and then from floor C to floor A, and then from floor A to floor D. Like, there are tubes that just skip all the way around. And it's just, don't worry about it. Take whatever tube is most immediately convenient. You know, you don't have to take this tube specifically. Just do whatever. So yeah, we'll see about the reaction streams. I might do that. I don't know. Don't do hardcore with other stuff at the same time. Really? What if it's just like mediocre garbage tier manual labor, like mining up Jack does the MBTI personality test? Yeah, maybe. I don't know. But yeah, I could be doing like mediocre tasks like mining for stones, farming wood, whatever it is that I need doing, you know, the grunt work, placing blocks for the walls, just junk that is mindless and is by and large boring. Yeah, everybody's first build is their oak box or their dirt hut. Yeah, that's definitely how it is. I've really grown to love and appreciate this section of the Disc City. Because it's like, it's experimental without being too avant-garde and over the top. And I get good stuff, and then I get weird stuff, and then I get like stuff I'm really proud of, and stuff that's like, wow, that turned out way better than I expected it would, and then stuff that's like, damn, what am I smoking? And then I don't even know what to think of this build, honestly. So yeah, fun stuff. Bro's about to get canceled? Why? Flip a coin until I have 20 faces in a row? Oh, that would take months. No. DB Coop, that's not possible. Goodbye. Okay, well, yeah, that's right. Good point, Sam. Goodbye, everybody. Also, your head shows up weird in front of glass. That's weird. Why does Mojang do this? Whatever. At any rate, I will catch you all later. Yeah, you've arrived 2 hours too late, Canadian. What is wrong with you? You gotta learn my schedule. I post it every week. Oh, well. Thank y'all for coming out. Y'all have a good one. I will catch you all tomorrow for hardcore. And I I'll give the reaction stream idea. You know, I'll give that a good hard think. And then I guess that means I'll have to make a Discord submission place. You know, a new little tab in the Discord for videos. And I'll just go down them one at a time. So yeah, I will catch you all later. Bye.